Bible Genesis chapter 3 explains summary. Genesis chapter 3 describes the fall of humanity through disobedience to God, the consequences of that disobedience, and the promise of redemption. Here are the key points of the chapter. 1. The temptation of Eve, verses 1 to 5. The chapter opens with the serpent, described as more cunning than any other creature. The serpent questions Eve about God's command regarding the trees in the garden, suggesting that God is withholding something from them. He falsely claims that eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil will not lead to death, but will instead make them like God, knowing good and evil. 2. The fall, verses 6 to 7. Eve, tempted by the serpent, takes the fruit from the forbidden tree and eats it. She also gives some to Adam, who is with her, and he eats it as well. Their eyes are opened, and they realize they are naked. They feel shame and sew fig leaves together to cover themselves. 3. Confrontation with God, verses 8 to 13. When they hear God walking in the garden, they hide from him. God calls to Adam, asking where he is. Adam responds that he is hiding because he is afraid and naked. When God asks if he has eaten from the forbidden tree, Adam blames Eve, and Eve blames the serpent. 4. The consequences of sin, verses 14 to 19. God pronounces judgments on the serpent, Eve and Adam. The serpent, cursed to crawl on its belly and eat dust. There will be enmity between the serpent and the woman, and between their offspring. Eve, she will experience increased pain in childbirth and desire for her husband, who will rule over her. Adam, the ground will be cursed because of him. He will toil and struggle to produce food until he returns to the ground from which he was taken. 5. The promise of redemption, verse 15. This verse is often seen as the first hint of the gospel, a promise that the offspring of the woman will crush the serpent's head, while the serpent will strike his heel. 6. The expulsion from Eden, verses 20 to 24. Adam names his wife Eve, recognizing her as the mother of all living. God makes garments of skin for Adam and Eve, clothing them. He then expels them from the Garden of Eden to prevent them from eating from the tree of life and living forever in their sinful state. God places cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life. Genesis chapter 3 is foundational for understanding the concepts of sin, free will, and the need for redemption in the biblical narrative. If you have any specific questions, or would like to explore certain verses further, feel free to ask. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. May God bless you.